YouTube? What's going on? We're back with more of the First Descendant. We got Gley out rocking her max power Massacre build. This is a great build. It's not as powerful as it once was, just because of the scaling of the power of the Colossi and some of the the chunkier bosses. You won't be able to wipe them out in seconds with this build. But it's great for all Colossi, Gluttony and under. Got everything, time stamped in there. Go over it in as much detail as I can. Again, this is the build I like to use. I know there's variations of it. Again, this is just a guide to help. You guys are appreciating the content. You guys are liking these videos. As always, please feel free to turn on those notifications, sub to the channel, drop a like. Alright, this is my Massacre build for Gley. This is her max damage Massacre build. Again, this is used for taking down Gluttony or any of the low level Colossi. Doesn't really work so well anymore with the power of the level of the Colossus that are out in the battlefield. If you're just starting the game, you're looking for a build that'll smash the the Colossi. If you're grinding up, you might find this build useful. Got tons of builds out there. This is the one that I was currently rocking, and obviously there'll be a demo at the end of this for you guys, well, a showcase run. So we want to run the Materials Phase Reactor. You want the non-attribute skill power and the additional skill when you're attacking Colossus. To take advantage of damage output with those, especially the non-attribute skill power, because it runs real well with the Python that we use to trigger R4. But at least you get some non-attribute procs with that. I rock this with the 2-piece Firebrand and a 2-piece Annihilation. Again, the only thing with Gley is you don't want MP or shields. She doesn't have any. So as you can see, I've just got kind of a bunk processor right there. But continue to just keep grinding for them. Obviously, max HP are great to land with. Some some actual just resistance and defense is nice. Attribute any type of attribute resistance would be good to carry on that. So for as long as you've got a 2-piece Firebrand and a 2-piece Annihilation, you're good to go. The reason why we want that is to maximize the amount of duration that we can put on this guy. We have enough duration to take him out in one Massacre set. So that's the goal of just having the the duration on there, just so we can really pound into that duration and take advantage of that Massacre damage. Arche path. This is the path that I run. Obviously, the most important is the attack versus Colossus. You don't want to get into these NP nodes, but there's no other way around it. Obviously, we've got some skill cooldown have in there. The duration obviously is king. These are the only ones we have for it, and then getting all the way up to the final preparations is huge. So this is the one where if you grant your 4 skill, grants additional duration and skill power, so that's huge. Where you're using your 4 skill ability, and that's what that is. You could take the skill cooldown out in this duration and try to find more skill power nodes. A couple there. There's 1, 2, there's 5 altogether. So it's really up to you if you wanted to min max it. I just kind of leave it on because it helps me with one of my with the Massacre looping build, which is more in tune now with taking out high level bosses. So I didn't really muck around with that too much. But you can swap that cooldown out for some more skill power nodes if you wanted to. Maybe some range in there. I don't think that really helps. There isn't too much to really go at there with it. But yeah, that's just an option. So that's my Arche Tuning path. My Inversion Reinforcement. I like to rock with this the fire rounds because we're taking down the Gluttony. We're taking on Gluttony. I like to have the just when you hit an enemy, just some urgent some extra resistance, attribute resistance. And then on an enemy hit, just some duration if you can get it to proc. So that's my skill build that I'm rocking with. Obviously, sub these out as you need to. The Descendant modules, this is them in their entirety. There isn't really much of a better one than for high level points for Gley at this point for this build. Continue to hunting for more, updating them when we really get a chance to. I'll just leave the build up there for a second. But again, the most important thing is getting the duration, getting your maximized to maximize your loop. So it's at a 10.3 second duration, which is enough to take him down in one go with the Massacre. So yeah, those are the nodes. You know, the dangerous ambush, because he'll be knocked down, you'll get advantage of him while he's knocked. All the non-attribute applications, dimension applications, maximize skill, powers, you name it, just all of that on there, really, to beef it up. The only thing that I have swapped out is usually we carry 2 HPs. I'm only carrying the 1 HP now, just because we're able to take advantage of more skill power modifier on the iron defense, and non-attribute skill power, just straight skill power with the non-attribute Cynthium. So those were nice gains I had on my prior build, and it makes up for the skill power loss we get on the maximized duration. Again, I'll help. Yeah, perfect. And I was rocking this with my Python. Again, there's the cores that I currently use with it. There's the rolls that I've got going with it. I might swap the weak point out for more fire rate. We'll see. You know, okay, what goes with that. And this is what I rock play. Obviously, you swap out your attributes, swap the ones you need. Take on Gluttony, so I have the fire in there. All weak point, sharp precision shot, ultra precision strike. The action reaction. They're all pretty standard modules. When I get it up there, I'm gonna probably put a note on. I'm gonna try real life fighter. If you have real life fighter and you want to give that a shot for a sharp precision shot, you might be able to net yourself a little bit more damage, as you can get up to 100% extra firearm attack. But I think over the duration of the pulling the trigger, I still think sharp precision shot might be the play. But real life fighter, viable option for that as well. So you're losing some of that fire rate as well, but you're gaining tons of additional firearm attack. So that's my only real options for it. Other than that, it's exactly what I rock with my my Python. Again, I swap these out for whatever attribute I'm going to be taking down when I use the build. So that is the Gley maximum damage massacre build that I rock.